Okay, that's good.
But we don't want the recording to start until when we start the meeting.
Okay, so here you are, pause
Yeah,
and record.
okay,
So
right there.
you can pause.
Okay.
Where'd you go? There you go. All right.
Oh, well, it's not in.
Oh, she might be, I have no idea. I just went and tried to
But
get in.
she's been invited, right? So,
Yeah, well, I did that, yeah. I'll put that up there if we see her come in.
okay.
Join. Okay,
Right, is that
Okay.
her not joined?
no, that's us.
Okay, so, Ray, give me back the agenda over there, please.
The what?
Right
The
here?
one you're making the copy, yeah.
Oh, the original.
And you have your copy there. And then the. Okay, so today is November 26th. I just wanna call, this is a special board meeting, not a regular board meeting, because call it at the last minute. Normally you need to give about 10 days notice, to follow the official protocol. In this case, we didn't, because we just have a couple of things that we need to talk about. So what I've done, I've prepared an agenda. We're not gonna dive into them in any depth. We're just gonna do an overview of,
Yep.
where we are on these different things. So we're calling the meeting to order at what time now? This is about 11:05 AM. Okay. So following the agenda, which I intend to follow through on, I know Ray, you're gonna have some stuff to do at the end, but let's go down through this. We had a meeting last week, Ray, Edwin and I to more or less develop the budget for 2026. And it was a productive meeting. We came up with some numbers which I want to share with the board because we need their input before we finalize it. Because what we're gonna
Have you
do.
got one? Did I give you one already?
No, I was giggling at the numbers.
Okay, this is just a preliminary figures, okay, because I don't think we need to give that out yet in terms of from an official standpoint, because they need to be cleaned up and done in a different way, because the HOA has a format in which budget is being done. And we have to follow that format. These were just, the numbers that we discussed and felt that, based upon what we know, these seem to be an accurate projection of what 2026 budget should look like. So what we're gonna do is get it, see Ray have it typed here, but we're just gonna lay it out in a different format. And then what we're gonna do, Ray, is email it to the board members for them to take a look at it. And of course, then we're gonna have Edwin and the accountant now take these numbers and put them into the official budget format, okay? So I'm looking at something here, Edwin. Ray, and I don't know whether or not this, because I'm looking here, said account stand is $30,000. I'm trying to figure what that is. That's why these numbers are, just preliminary. We're not gonna go through them.
Did he make a mistake on that?
Yeah.
It said 3,000?
Right, this is what I have here.
3,000.
Right, so this is what I have here from my notes, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Alright.
you can follow my.
So it's
Those are
3,000.
the accurate numbers.
Yeah.
2, 6, 5. Office supports. We have 25. You have a change to 25 on
Yeah.
office supplies.
Yeah, that should be
Okay.
changed to 25, whatever you see on my
Six,
note here.
6, 4, 2, 12, 12, 300. Okay, you have second page, yeah, internet. Services 700, garbage 800, lot cleaning, not on here. Is that 2 times a year, the lot cleaning?
Yes,
Okay,
so that is inaccurate, so we will give you
Maintenance,
from
yes,
mine.
common
Amy's
maintenance.
gonna type up from that. And then send it to you.
Well, we are high on everything in this, Amy.
well, sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, some of it is really high.
Okay,
Yeah,
what I,
and that's okay.
yeah, what I, my thinking in was that in preparing budget over the years, and I prepared probably thousands of budgets from, couple of, so what I always do when we do budget, we tend to exaggerate the expense because you don't wanna put a number up and coming over it. The whole
Right.
idea is to come up with a reasonable estimate, not something outrageous. But if anything, you leave a little cushion in there to give you some room.
And your subcontractor, I mean, I've read physicians all my life.
Okay.
Jacob, how can we help you?
Yeah.
What do you need, bud?
No, I was gonna pay that $120.
Oh, Edwin,
Huh? I'm sorry. I didn't-
are you doing it in cash?
Yeah.
Well, you can leave it here and we'll make sure he sends you a receipt.
How you been?
Greater.
I'm sorry.
We'll split it up. Let me figure out who gets what.
No, it's good.
40 each.
Yeah, 40 each, and we get 40, we get 40.
Because they're finishing up now. We got electricity, so we should be moving in shortly. So we might as well go ahead and
Yeah,
Good.
yeah.
Okay.
just
All
get
right.
that off our books.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
No, we're gonna get that,
Yeah,
cleaned up.
tidied up.
Okay?
Yeah, it's tidied up.
Okay.
All right,
That's part of why we are in this meeting.
Oh. Okay.
all right, thanks.
Okay.
Thanks, Dave.
See you guys.
Again. Does that say Annalisa as some contractor? What does that say?
Annalisa? No, that, Annalisa, yeah.
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 Subcontract.
Annalisa. Edwin,
But we're gonna, don't put that in the budget.
no,
That's not. in
that's
there.
what's on the side.
So ignore that, okay? Because we're not gonna spend that money on that, so that's all.
Right now, we don't know what we got with Edwin and his wife.
So we can strike that, okay, so that's not,
Okay,
okay?
and then special. For 24 months?
Which are notes, so let me see. 12 months, what the hell is it?
How is she doing? Poorly?
Well, he
No,
thinks she's doing
yeah,
fine.
she's working, she's not about to work,
Good,
okay?
good.
Yep, she's doing a different,
So ignore that, there's nothing more there, cause,
Okay, so I just put that as
Yeah.
non-line item.
right,
So it ends at common area maintenance at 15,000.
okay.
So lot cleaning wasn't on here, common area.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's fine. So we just a couple little things. Yeah.
Okay, so I will try, if there's anything, I'll go back into my memory and
Got it.
clarify it.
Fair enough.
Okay.
so you come in at 103, is that what it totaled?
Yeah, and the.
103.45?
No.
I don't know if this totals to 103 plus these three.
Well, what I did here with that number. We came up with the income, so those were the expenses, what we did. We looked up the total number of lots that we have, okay, and. We determined that of the houses, we have 67 completed houses. So we take that times 840.
Yeah.
And then we have 74 lots. We take that times 720, and then the developers' lots is 39. Okay, and we take those times, 720. However, what we did when I pulled the numbers in, so if you take 67 times 840, it comes up to 56,280. Okay. And if you take the lot times 74, it comes up to 53,200. So that gives us a total revenue of 109,480 without the developer's number. The developer's lot, we have, the way we break that down, 38 lots, we have one house because 25 is an house. So we take 38 lots at 720, that comes up to 27,360. And we have one house at 840, so the total amount that we're gonna be billing the developer for is 28,200. So when you add the total revenue together, it gives us a grand total of 138,600. However, we know that the developer's collecting from the developer, that is something we will collect, but it's not right now, okay, it's gonna take time, okay, so what we did, we structure the expenses to fit with the,
Actual revenue at 109,560.
right, the 109,480,
56.
56,280
280.
plus 53,200.
Oh, 300, okay.
No, 53,200
53,200.
and then 56,280.
Yeah, got that, okay.
So 109,480. So,
109,480.
okay, so we're gonna put that together and we're gonna run it by, because the board, we need the rest of the board member output, this input. This was just, Ray and Hedwin and I coming up with these numbers, and Ray has a pretty good idea because since Ray is in charge of, the heavy stuff, I figured that his input was invaluable in terms of looking at what we need to do, etc. So that's the preliminary budget number for now, okay? So we're gonna get it completed, we're gonna pass it around, get it tweaked, and then when we are satisfied that the number is good, I think what the General Assembly was asking for, then we're gonna pass it around to the accountants to let them put it, because they have a certain format that they put it in, because once we put the numbers together, the accountants then put it into their format and then send it to us, and then what we do, we send that out to the general population for their input, because one of the complaints we had last year was that nobody saw the budget until when the General Assembly meeting. And people wanna look at it before, so when they come to the General Assembly meeting to vote on it, they have, they can make an invaluable input or whatever it is. I know we're gonna have debates, but that's what it's all about. So that's how we're gonna approach it this year, okay?
So this we gotta get out pretty darn quick.
Well, Amy's gonna type it, send it to me, we're gonna pass it through the four board
What we do,
members,
yep.
okay? Once we're good with it, okay, we're gonna send it to, Edwin, email it to the accountant to put
Yeah,
it into the.
And then
regular
he's coming back
budget.
with it.
Then he come back to us, we double check it,
Yeah.
and then after we double check it, then Amy can post it to the general folks that here's the proposed, budget for 2026.
Yeah,
That we were presenting at the General Assembly meeting.
but it shouldn't go up in that HOA official.
Here.
Right? That's
So
not
it
where,
can go multiple places.
yeah, but not up there, because we'll get people that, there's certain, this is financials, and a lot of people feel renters and them have nothing to do with this.
Right,
And we got people on there that don't have the same, they're are not invested here, and they
right,
shouldn't see these numbers.
Okay, so if I do this today and send it to you,
right.
what's Edwin's turnaround time?
Well, what I'm gonna do is run it by Ray, make sure everything is good.
Well, I'm sure it's gonna be moving quick.
And also Novelis, okay? So you're gonna send it back to the board, man, we're gonna look at it. We're gonna give it to, I'm probably gonna bypass Edwin, or when he comes
Right to
in.
Gilberto.
Right to Gilberto, just I will get a hold of Gilberto and say, Gilberto, I'm gonna email you these numbers, I need you to put them into the budget form and get it back to us.
Yeah.
2020.
Okay.
Okay.
Because
So
Edwin have it
me
now.
to the board, to Gilberto.
Yeah.
Now, are you putting it out on the website? and it's,
No.
and it's, or are we doing it through the Google?
No, what we're doing no, because we have to tweak it first.
Yeah, I
Once
know,
it comes back from from Gilberta,
Gilberto.
yeah.
then we're gonna decide where we're gonna put it.
Well, it's gonna go, is it going out to everyone or just the members in good standing?
I think it should go to,
Members who are not in good standing cannot vote.
Okay, so they should, to me, we don't want them to have an input.
So that's easy on the website. You just
Yeah.
say.
Well,
nobody in good
we've got it
standing.
right here. I mean, it's already done, and they're all up to date. So when it's corrected, it can go right into Google and it can go out immediately.
well, what I wanna do though, when you talk about up to date, I wanna review that list before we put it out to that delinquency list, because one of the problem that I had with what you sent out, I think the idea is okay, I would use a different approach, but one of the things you have to do is when you're sending out numbers, you have to make sure that they're right. And what I normally do, I send it.
They
to the
were right.
accountant. No, it was not.
The only one that was off was Trent, and it was Trent's own fault, and he was in his ears for 9 months.
Yeah.
So he don't get off the hook with
Okay,
me.
No, take it easy. I'm not here to argue with you.
It was a good
Okay,
list.
Okay, we're not arguing with you. We're just talking. So
Yeah,
there's
no,
need
but
to-
it's a good list.
I can hear the change in your voice.
Yeah.
So relax. Good job, great job, okay.
Here's
The
the
only
other
thing is-
But the other suggestion would have been easy for you, for everybody.
Yeah.
Should have pointed them to the website, to the financials. They've been posted every month.
Yeah,
The
Yeah.
last 2 pages of the financials.
Yeah.
And
This,
that's been forever.
Yeah.
for exactly, but the thing is, it made them bite into it. The feedback that we got on the positive note was absolutely wonderful. I even had someone stop in today. She wanted the list printed. She wanted it.
Yeah, well, it's a mix
So,
based
so-
on what I saw.
And they want they want it to continue.
Okay,
They want the gate privileges to work, stop right now. They
So,
want to nail it.
okay, so let me talk.
Go ahead.
Okay, my position on that is that before we send out any kind of numbers, anything to do with numbers, what I do, I run it by the accountant to double check it, to make sure it's good. And once it comes back for the accountant, then we make a decision to put it out. Okay, Ray, one of the things that.
But that was done, you know that.
No, because it,
Yes, it was.
yeah.
That
but-
came from
but
the
I-
accountant and it was
yeah,
triple
but I
checked.
didn't see it. I didn't
It's
see it.
triple checked.
No, I didn't see it. Okay, so.
So
can't put-
you just wanted to see it. Is that what
No,
you're
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, because the president. I'm
Well,
the
then if
president.
you're on it
Okay.
quickly, because I move quickly.
No, you can't do.
I move quickly. I don't hold my feet back.
Well,
I'm the one that's running this gate and I'm on it.
But hang on a minute, okay, you cannot post anything up there without my approval, okay? And if you do, I'm gonna take you off the website, okay?
Don't give a shit. When I
Okay.
move, I move,
No, but what I'm saying, we have to work together as a unit,
right?
okay?
So I send it out to you.
No,
If I send it out to you, I want to, when I send it out, it's what I decide on.
Okay,
And I'm the
Okay,
one that's
no,
running it and I'm doing it.
yeah, but the thing is, so then you take over the president then.
No, I don't give a darn about what it is. I'm talking about how I run this here gate.
No, but
And
what-
I could get the money just by doing this.
But Ray, what I'm saying is that the reason they put a board and they have a president is so that we come together and we discuss things before we do anything.
Was there anything wrong with
Yeah,
the
but-
list besides the fact that you wanted to read it first?
Yeah, there are errors in it.
No,
I-
there wasn't.
Yeah, I beg to differ, okay?
I went through it. It's
I beg-
perfect.
no, I beg to differ, okay?
Yeah. Well, point it out to me right now.
Okay, no, I don't have to, okay?
Right? Yeah, you do.
No,
You're making
no.
an accusation and you're gonna have to defend
No,
it.
I'm not making an accusation, okay?
Right?
Okay?
Exactly.
Calm down, okay? What I'm saying, do not post anything more without it come through the board. The board get to look at it and vote on it, okay? That's how we do business, okay? This is not a race show or a loggy show or whatever it is. It's a board. The people that left the board to run.
Well, then you guys gotta act quicker.
Okay, okay, so what you do before you post it, anything out there, you have to pass it to the board for the board to look at it and approve it. And then once you approve it, then we post it, okay, and that's the rule going forward, okay? So I wanna make that very clear, and it's on the record, okay?
Yeah, but you know that means dick to me.
Okay, no, it's.
It means absolutely nothing to me. I mean, they can fire me, run me off, I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm running it, I'm gonna make sure it happens, because I put myself out there.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you're not running the,
Well, like I said, they can fire me.
okay. You're not running the HOA stuff. We have a board and that's how it works, okay? So if you can't.
No one's out there but
No,
me.
No. What do you mean no one not out there?
I'm out there, the one doing all the gate, all the traffic and everything else and all the boulevard. It's gotta be called right away.
Yeah.
I don't have the time to sit back and wait for someone to get back to me because of the decision I made.
No.
It was a good decision and it was well done.
Yeah.
You do.
No, I don't. You can talk about it that way, but I'm looking at me and that's the way I am and I'm doing it that way.
Okay, but
They
that's,
can run me off, I don't care.
but that's not the point.
It is to me.
Then.
Yeah, I
then
do
you
it my
need to
way.
Then you need to sign it Raymond, not HOA board.
Yeah,
I'm fine.
Yeah, don't put it on the board.
Because.
No,
Okay.
It's up there. I created it, I'm doing it.
Okay, so if you're gonna do that, so, okay, so.
There's one more and I'm gonna give it to you
What-
today that should go up for the gate.
No, that's not going up until review it and come up and look at the legal implication of what.
There's no legal
Okay,
implications on
okay.
it. Well, I'll
No.
tell you this.
That,
If it don't go up in the next day or two,
Yeah.
you guys are looking after it, because I'm done.
okay, well,
Okay.
do.
Right?
do
I'm
what-
done.
Yeah, do whatever.
Because
you
I'm
have
not
to
gonna
do.
do this crap.
No, because
And
Ray-
going.
we're
I
gonna-
nailed it and
No,
it's gonna go through.
Let you come in and bully it.
Oh, I don't care.
No, we have a process and you follow it. If you can't follow it, then you're out.
Fine,
Okay?
good.
Simple as that, okay?
I'm okay
If you
with that.
can't
You
work
guys
with
look
us-
after it.
If
I'm
you
done.
can't work with us as a team to get things done, then you're out.
This
Simple
stuff
as
gotta
that,
go out
okay?
there and
No, you
it
don't
should be
put
done.
anything more out there unless it comes through the board and get approved.
Well, then,
Okay.
that's fine, but you guys
Okay.
do it on your own.
Okay?
I'm
So,
not there.
Well, we will put it up, okay, but you don't put anything more out there unless it comes through the board and get approved. Okay?
I'm done, Patrick.
Okay, whatever you wanna do, Ray.
Right?
that's
So
up
you
to
guys can do whatever the heck you want.
I say what I wanna say, and that's it, and that's what it's gonna
And I'm
be.
telling you exactly what I say too.
Okay?
So we're on equal grounds.
Okay.
You guys can do it all on your own.
Okay? Now, the thing is, so if you're obligating your position on the board, then you let us know, because we'll get somebody else to do this stuff. Okay, so that's basically.
Absolutely, then do this.
Okay? Okay,
Consider me done today. You guys look after it.
okay.
I'm happy with that.
Put it in writing so I can. put it-
No, I'm not putting
No,
nothing in writing. You got it on here in video.
No, you have to tender resignation.
No, I don't have to do nothing. You got it on video.
Well, you have to put it on the acta.
Okay.
We do.
Yeah, that's
the
the
way
way
it
it's
is.
gonna be, Ray. No, you can't come in and, there's a process, and you have to follow the process. It doesn't work your way. That's the
And
way
if you
it's gonna
talk
be.
to- if you
Well,
talk-
that's fine. I'll give you a letter
Okay.
and then you can file it whatever you want
Okay.
on it.
But
But that's it done.
But if you include us, we can support you. Some things
No,
happen,
you-
I don't know what happened.
You know what? You guys take way too long for what I'm doing on this stuff. It's gotta move quickly.
We're on beach time.
I'm not.
I know, but you
I
need to
get
dial
things
it
done.
back, Ray.
It's all right. It's already too late. You guys can handle it. I had enough with it. No one seems to pay attention what's got to be done with this here gate, and you're gonna keep losing as long as it's run this way.
Okay, yeah, it's
And that's it.
Okay, we understand that. Okay, we know what we have to do. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so let's move on from that. Okay,
I got the process for it.
okay, so the process. Okay, so the HOA budget we'll talk about.
So you know how to shut this down?
Figure it out.
Yeah,
Okay,
we-
good. I'm out of here.
Okay.
Okay. So Ray has decided to leave because he does not want to follow protocols. You ever see anything like that?
Patrick. That's not reason. That's an illness of some sort that
Yeah.
you can't work in a team.
Yeah.
That's an illness.
Yeah, this is madness.
Everybody on the beach
Yeah.
doesn't care for he and Rebecca.
Yeah.
He's let Rebecca in on the website.
Yeah.
She's changing stuff.
Yeah.
I caught her 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take their access away.
Yeah.
All of it.
Yeah, so cut them off.
I'll cut them off.
Yeah.
Okay, it's fine. We can do this.
Yeah.
I don't know that this gate is that important.
Because listen, we cannot have Edwin because he's not doing it with headwind what to do. That's why you have a manager, okay? And Edwin then instruct the guy at the gate, okay, because. Okay, okay.
I got the 100. Did you give the 100?
Yeah, that's 100.
Okay.
Okay. So he's after board, so he's gonna submit, so we're gonna make a note here that effective today, which is in November 26th, Ray has decided to resign from the board. The reason for that, we have told him that he has to follow the protocols that are in place. And he has decided that no, he doesn't operate that way, so his resignation is accepted, so Ray is no longer on the HOA board officially, so any posting from him should be ignored,
Like I said, I'll take care of that as soon as I get home.
okay? Yeah, take care of it,
Yeah.
okay?
He
I mean, this is good, isn't it? Okay,
Again, that's just not reasonable.
yeah,
He's just not reasonable. And I feel sorry for the man.
yeah,
I feel sorry for the man. If he gets that fired up about it, I feel sorry for him.
because the thing is, what he wants to do, let me get into where he's coming from, okay, so,
He-
yeah, so,
He's mad that nobody got the 24-hour thing.
okay,
That's what's mad.
okay, so here's where we are with
Jake.
so let's follow the
Yep,
budget,
finish, got it.
the agenda, okay, collection, okay. We had a discussion, what we did last week, we also had a meeting with Martin, and what we did in that meeting, Ray, Martin and I. And Edwin, okay, because Edwin plays a key role because he's the one who's, putting together the stuff and monitoring it because that is part of his responsibility. So we brought Martin aboard to find out from him, because the plan we had was we put together the list of collections. Edwin then send out a letter to all the people who are behind, giving them 30 days to respond, and you have seen the cover letter.
Yeah,
And we have developed a chart now, a response sheet that shows all the people who have responded and who have paid.
that's what went out.
Uh,
That went out. With this going out, it actually said in the column
Mm.
what their response was. This was the list that went out.
yeah, no, well, that is not the correct list for the response, and this is, I'm talking about posting things without it going through the regular or normal protocol. Because what we, so let's talk about the collection activity. So far, what I have asked Edwin to do is to give me a list of all the monies that we have collected as a result of sending out the letter. Okay, so far, based upon my computation, we have collected, because I told him that is gonna be a question at the General Assembly
Yeah,
meeting.
So how much money did that generate?
How much money so far to November, we collected like about let's see, where is my figure? Let me come up with it. This guy just wanna do whatever he wants to do. So. That'll be much better than that. Okay, so here it is, it's right in front of me.
Okay.
So we have collected about
13,781.
781. That's what we have collected so far, and there's still more coming in, so this is just through to date November.
Okay, so it said through November. 13.
784. So I just make.
Is that current month collections or is that past?
No, because what this. We engage upon a collection
Right,
on this is, we said, okay, what is the result of the letter? The letters we sent out.
Mhm.
From the letters we sent out, we collected 13,780 that we cannot tie in right to the letter as a result of the letter going out. And that would have been for past due,
Has to.
okay?
So did it get folks current or just they paid the past due?
It got people current,
Current, okay.
okay?
So the year to date was current.
Okay,
Got it.
so it brought them, so these are the folks now who are paid up on, these people are now current as a result of that. And we're still,
Plus $120. Plus the 120.
yeah, plus the 120, okay? So that's where we are with the collection activity, so further. We talked to Martin about, because one of the things, one of the concern we have is, what is the legal fees are gonna be to implement this collection stuff, and what was important. He's gonna do it he's gonna do it, contingent,
Mhm.
okay? So that is great for the HOA,
What's the contingency?
it is gonna be 25%
25%.
of whatever he collects.
Okay, so he's gonna take the fee. That's good. That's good.
Yeah, because
That
normally
makes
it's
sense.
40%.
Yeah, that doesn't cost us anything.
Yeah, okay, the only thing it's gonna cost us now, those that we're gonna, we have like about 6 people that we're definitely gonna go after filing get the lien and take the house to sell it, okay? Those, when we get the lien, we have to post 25%, I think it is, of whatever the total is. So that will.
We have to post it with the
With the
Panamanian
judge,
government.
yeah, with the
Okay.
judge, with the
Okay.
court, okay, that is a bond, it's like
25, it's a bond. Okay.
25%, okay? And that is our money, so the bottom line is that the judge is saying this is the normal protocol. You have to put up 25% as a bond, and when you get your judgment, then it comes back to you.
Okay, so it's a bond.
So just a bond money that we have to put up that.
Is there a fee associated with removing the lien if they get current?
Oh, well, what happens when no, there's no fee, because what happens when they put the lien up there, all of those costs are factored in, because let's say, for example, somebody, like we have one person who hold like about 21,000, okay? So that is that, okay, so in addition to the 21,000, there's gonna be some administrative costs, and he showed us an example where,
The notary fees.
right, was like 13,000 and they wind up collecting. By the time they get the judgment and they paid in 22,000,
Okay.
because they have to pay for all the court fees, all the costs the person have to pay, or it comes out of the sale when we sell the property,
Okay.
plus the attorney's fees. Okay, so your question as to whether we have to pay anything to get the lien removed, no.
No.
That comes out of the owner or the property owner's pocket. So what we are doing with that now, we are now developing, so we have sent out the initial letters. We have now gotten feedback from the people who have responded and the people who have not responded. The people who have not responded, those are the ones we're turning over to the attorney for enforced collection action. And we have this list and it's ongoing, but before I give that to you, I'm verifying that with the accountant.
Yes.
Because one of the problem I found, it took us like about 6 meetings. Edwin can't get it right in terms of, because, for example, we have $400 and some odd $1,000 on the AR schedule, okay? So when you send out the letters and you total the amount that is associated with that letter, is supposed to tie back to $400 and some odd $1,000. Well, I've done it several times and it's coming in $100 and some odd $1,000, and he tell me, yeah, I send out the letter to everybody. Well, if you send out the letter to everybody, then it should tie back to the $440,000, okay? So after about 4 meetings or 3 meetings with him, I realized that it's an hopeless case. What I've done, I've gotten the accountant involved. I've engaged their services to help us get that done. And for example, this comes from the accountant. This is how it comes in.
This is, yes, this is what went out.
okay?
So it said about who didn't send and,
Right,
yeah.
okay, so what we are doing now is taking that and massage it with Edwin and said, Edwin, what's the story with these that, you know, the comments, so that then we can take this list now and fine tune it and give it to Martin.
So the other thing we could do. I look at one of them and I know immediately all it would have taken to get an email or information was to go down and ask Angela a question.
Hmm.
Because Foundation Tree Roses, I've been following this one.
Yeah,
Okay, F1, that was the first house on the beach.
yeah,
Okay. He has 3 lots.
yeah,
It's about 13 grand.
yeah.
Okay.
mhm,
I think he thinks he never joined the HOA. I think we got a problem with him. But
well,
Angela has his information. She just uses the house.
yeah, well, the thing is, I know the one down there, so what is.
Okay, so you know what you're
Right,
talking about. Yeah, yeah.
so that we have on the list, that's gonna be turned over tomorrow,
Okay,
okay? Because they've been sent the letter, they've been
yep,
sent out the letter, they have not responded, so they are one of the non-response one, okay?
with no
So all
response.
of those we turn over to Martin.
Well. Transferred. to Attorney.
For to enforce collection option.
Got it.
I mean, yourself, see what I did here? I look at 440, this is still off about 4,008 something because that's the number when I had up everything here based upon the control sheet.
And part of me always
Okay.
goes,
Okay.
go find $4,800
Yeah.
like one person.
Right. So that I'm not too, because that's really is not significant. So we can move on with that, so.
We'll find it, we'll find it.
So we'll find out, so what I've been doing is double checking to make sure the stuff is good and ties in, and this is what I'm saying to him about the list that he sent out, the delinquency list, it's not accurate. Because I found, for example, there's a property owner Q3 that holds money on their lot and it's not on there. We decided to mark that, and we'll talk to you about that when they bought it from one, okay? And he gave them some misrepresentation, and what we have done with that, we have given it to Martin because they came back and they said, okay, we don't hold us because so Claudia sent us a letter saying they belong to HOA 1. So what I did, I said, okay, what we're gonna do then is turn it over. I said, Martin, you have to respond to it because we wanna let them know that you represent the HOA. There's only one HOA per MIVIAT, okay? So they have to make sure if they don't belong to the 8 bucket and this HOA, then don't use this gate. You can't use this gate. Okay.
Right, HOA2 doesn't even have access.
Okay, there's not access. So that's why I figured Ray was here jumping up and down. No, just talk to them. I said, no, they sent us back a written response through Claudia, who says, listen, I don't belong to your HOA. Okay. So we're gonna talk to them about what? Because we met with them and told them, so they know what time it is. Okay. So I said, no, there's no point in meeting with them. Let the attorney respond to the letter because we got an official response from the developer. And it has to be addressed and they have to be copied on it to say, okay, we have your letter from the developer. Here's where the situation is, the legal standing, and you have to make a decision. If you're claiming that you don't belong to Bucket and it's HOA 1, then what access are you using to get to your property? And going forward,
Through the field.
okay, you have to use the field, okay?
Buy
Okay,
big SUV.
so that's why, so Ray and I had a big discussion about that, how to handle it. I said, no, we got an official response. This is how we're gonna do it. We're gonna let the attorney handle it because that's the best way.
Yeah.
Because other than that, it's back and forth. Okay?
Oh, and you and I will never be 100% of Panamanian law.
No.
Right? We just
No.
know it's not where you were schooled and not where I was schooled.
Yeah, no. So why you gonna waste time?
Yeah.
Go down that road and let the attorney handle it, and then we go from there. Okay. So that's where we are with the collection activity. So you saw the list that I sent you.
Yeah.
And those we are now just getting fine tuned. And once we get it fine tuned, then we're gonna submitting,
Yeah, we
That
have that
list.
as priority,
Yeah.
delinquent priority owners. Got it.
yes, okay?
Yeah.
So that's where we are with that, okay, pending legal matters I wanna talk to you about, because part of your concern the other day, did you meet with your attorney, invite the rest of the board? This was just a meeting to gather information, because one of the things when we hire Martin, which I sent you a response, was to say, okay, every month we need to get a status report.
Yes, that's the right thing to ask for.
Yeah,
And
where
he
we
has an obligation to update. us.
yeah, and he doesn't do it. And then I kept calling him, I sent him email, no response. Until finally I said, Ray, try to see if you can reach this guy. And Ray said, okay, he's coming down to the beach. So I said, okay, let's meet with him. So that was what the meeting was all about. It was not meeting to discuss anything, it was just to get an update on where we are with the legal stuff that he's handling, okay? So we talk about the common area transfer. So what has been done there for this meeting and for notes, okay, so he has gone to Mafia, because as you know, we have already have a letter from Mafia, Panama City, saying that they need to do an audit, okay? However, when they're gonna do it, that's the question. So what we have done with Martin, we said, Martin, no, we need you to pick up from here and go to them and said, listen, I represent the HOA. We need to have this audit done ASAP, because we need to get the common area transfer, so you need to follow through on that. So he has gone to Panama City, I think, a couple of times based upon his meeting we had. To meet with them, and they said, okay, they will they're working on getting the audit schedule, because maybe everything take a year.
Right, it's been a year since we've asked for it.
Right, so everything takes about a year for them to get done. So I said, Martin, we need you to stay on top of that, because that is one of the most important things that you were hired to do, okay? So he's working on that, okay? The other thing that we want him to follow up on is the collection action activities, and I just went through that with you. We wanted to find out what he has and whether or not he has done anything, because I didn't know what Edwin was sending to him, okay, or what he has done, okay? So, and we didn't have a clear understanding as to, are you gonna bill us per hour to send out this letter to the homeowners, or is it gonna be a contingency basis? So we got that clarified. He said, no, when I get these letters that I'm gonna be sent out, I'm gonna be working on a contingency fee basis. So there won't be any bill coming to the HOA on a hourly basis for sending out these letters, okay? Whatever letter I send out and whatever I collect, I get 25%, okay? And that's what, and he said, once I sent out my initial bunch of notices or demands, if I don't, I will get back to the HO and let them know what the end result is, and then you guys can make a decision who you want to do the lien on, because we think we're gonna do piecemeal, because we're not gonna be able to do
Yeah.
everything, it's
yeah.
too much. So we're just gonna focus on the people we can get to easily that are here in Panama, we can get to them, okay? Look at the amount, look at how much money we have in the available to us to get that done, so it's gonna be a piecemeal, okay? So that's the approach we're gonna use, so we finally get some clarity on the collection activities, which was
Did you say 6 at a time, or the first or six?
we're gonna
years?
probably look at about, I think we have on the board, we had a board up there, we had including that one you're talking about, they're a priority. Okay, we're gonna go after the big ones who are here, resident here in Panama, okay? Because if they're by Belize Corporation or whatever.
Yeah, we got a couple of
Yeah,
those.
we're gonna have to leave those down there, because there's no point to chase those and spending the money. So we're gonna have to go after those, so it's gonna be prioritizing who we can get to and what the response is gonna be, and then from there, we're gonna do the lien, okay? And once we do the lien, the next thing we're gonna do is go to the judge and say, okay, Your Honor, we need permission to sell this property and collect our money. So that's what we're gonna do, and we feel that once we get one or two properties sold, then the world will get around, and I bet you're gonna get a whole different response from homeowners because part of the thing before any, they think I just hold the money, I just tell you get that lien, so what, you wait on me, but no, under the new rules now, we can get a lien, file a lien, and then we can go to the judge and get permission to sell the property, and
How
that's it.
quickly can that happen?
That's gonna take probably,
Sure.
I think probably once we get the collection activities out there and he comes back to us, I think within about 6 months.
Really, that quick?
Yeah, because the court system, because he has done it, so. Because he has done a whole lot of this with other homeowners association that he represents. So he knows the process, he knows the timeline, the whole scene, and it's the same court, okay?
So finally, in 6 months, lien to HOA sale. I think that's important to put in there.
Yeah, okay, and so that's what we're gonna be doing, because once we sell a couple property, people will get the message that we serious, okay? And I bet you'll get okay, so that comes down to the collection, okay? The other thing that he was handing for us, which we wanted, a status report, F12, okay, which is, and we have done, so the HOA has done everything that they can do legally, so the decision is in up to the judge to render a decision.
Did Claudio end up responding to?
Yes, he did fine.
Okay,
Because that was the holdup, so he was able to tell us, yes, Claudia, now file his answer, and we are in sync, and basically, and Claudia, their position is that it should be dismissed, it's frivolous and what have you, okay? So that's where we are, okay? L10, we have done everything that we can do legally, so he's now working with the judge here in Guamal to come meet with, because they said they have to bring out a survey. He's gonna give us a report on exactly what happened for L10, but we don't have to incur any more legal fees on L10. Same thing on F12. Now, with respect to C13 and 15, which is it, we are not really taking any legal action per se, but we are bringing in, we are notifying the appropriate governmental agency to take the appropriate action, which they have.
And they have been here.
They have been here, looked at it on the whole scene, so now they have requested from us proof that we have given him, because he's claiming that he didn't know what the rules were on the whole scene and he didn't get a copy. So we're saying, yes, when the property owner bought the property, all this was available, it's on the website, the whole scene, so that is an excuse. So that is in the government and now the environmental people. Now, one of the important things there to note is that when they come, they're gonna do an audit of the entire beach, okay?
Yeah, and guess what?
Okay, and there's a lot of folks are not in compliance and they're gonna get sanctioned. But that's the way it's gonna be, and that's the way we have to proceed.
Yeah,
Okay,
you can have a pass.
okay, on that note, okay, one of the things that while we were here discussing, the big issue about people gonna block the gate, the protesting because
They did.
etc. No, they didn't.
I watched the whole live stream. I watched it live.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell what they were mad about.
Yeah,
They complained about Juan.
yeah.
They complained about Molino.
Yeah.
They complained about Doris, who is the mayor of Warmal.
Yeah. But they didn't block any gate. So I said, so Martin wanted to find out from us while we were sitting here, because they were organized, whether you should go down there and talk to the restaurant owners on behalf. Said, I represent the HOA. Let me talk to you guys. I said, no, the HOA don't get involved in that.
Yeah, but
That's
this
one.
is that's the Rojas
it's a-
family and the Bruce
Okay,
family.
so
Stay
we
out
don't
of it.
get involved in it, period, okay? Let them work it out and whatever the situation is, etc. But one of the important things that he gave us, so he gave us the law on what the setbacks are by the Minister of Housing, which I'm gonna give you, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna send it to you. It's very interesting, talk about what the setbacks on the beach has to be, and it's plain that no developer or anybody can limit the access for people getting to the beach.
And we don't.
No, we don't. So, but what we heard is that one said he was gonna take over out here. Rent it out and control the whole scene, and that's what the market is all about. That's-
Okay, I didn't know that.
Okay, that's where the whole thing.
That's where it happened, okay.
Because what happened when, just so you know, when one put together this development and submitted to the Ministry of Housing, he designated certain common areas that are set aside for access to the beach. So these were not, so for him to get approval to do this development, those were the condition precedent. Okay? That, okay, you have to set aside within your development based upon how much lots you have, how much square footage of common area you're gonna put together. He was supposed to build a gazebo, which he didn't, that was all part of the stuff, okay? And then out here, that is the common area that he had presented to them that left access for the people to get access to the beach. What he did subsequently, he was supposed to transfer that common area, public area, to, because you have common area HOA and you have public area, which is outside of the Garita. And that was why we got a surveyor to come in, because what he did, he transfer a whole bunch of that property into a foundation, the Arus Foundation. And we wanted to know whether or not it had include any of that property that he had transferred into the Arus Foundation, included the common area that is set out in the development plan for the HOA. And we have determined that no, it's outside the gate, and that's why we have the whole common area survey and the whole scene sets out there, and that's what he was supposed to deed over to the town of Alania, okay, for them. So now we thought about is gonna take it back, and that's where the people are protesting, because access to get to the beach. But under the ministry law, Martin gave us the law, okay? You cannot, and this law is in place in since 2005, okay? No Ministry of Housing, no developer or development can restrict access to the beach. You have to have like a 10-foot setback from the wave.
Yes,
And then,
I typed.
and then another 12 feet, okay? That's government property, okay? You cannot restrict. Also, one of the things that we should know is that, see here is reserve.
12 meters along entire length of the beach, parallel to 10-meter easement established by the Panama Maritime Authority.
Okay.
22 meters.
Yeah, so then no developer or nobody can restrict that, that's law. Okay, so when he's talking about that, so they gave him permission to do the development contingent upon him doing what he did. Okay, now the what they call the breezeway or the access to the beach, the common areas. One of the important things for people to know is that that common area can be used by anybody. It's not just for the people who live in this development. The folks from the come to the beach, anybody's public access, okay? However, once they leave that public access, the road is private road, okay? So they can, so if they come up and stay on that private walkway, there's nothing we can do. You can't tell them that, listen, you can't use it because it's for the people who live here in this development.
I never understood it was only for us. I always understood it was for everybody.
For everybody, for people on the beach, they can come up that way, okay? But of course, if we see them on the road, we can say, no, you have to get out because it's a public road, okay? So it comes to the, where it stops, and then that's it, okay? But you cannot restrict some other folk thinking that, you know, just for, because I thought initially too, that it was just for the people who live in this development, that was what it saw. The people, bottom line, the people who live on this side, on the mountain side, can get to the beach without being thought of being trespassing, okay? So they can get access to the beach back and forth to their place. But it's for more than that. Anybody, it's for public, period, can use it. Okay, so that's very important for them to know. So I'm gonna give you a copy of this that he sent us the law about this whole common area and what it's supposed, and what the law.
Yeah, and that's important for everybody here to realize.
Yeah,
Because folks do lose their minds
yeah,
when people come near their houses.
yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
we live on a public beach.
Yeah.
You know, it's gonna happen, folks.
Yeah,
And Easter Sunday,
yeah,
sunrise.
yeah,
People were on the beach for sunrise
yeah,
on Easter Sunday.
Yeah.
And they walked through the common area
yeah,
on the access, and
Yeah.
they did walk on our road,
yeah,
but they headed to the gate.
Yeah.
They just were doing services on the
Yes,
beach.
yes,
That was the thing.
yeah, you know, that's it, leave them alone. Yeah.
It's Easter Sunday.
Yeah.
Leave them alone.
It's a traditional celebration. So if you're gonna stop that, then they'll get the people against it.
Hey, why?
Yeah,
They're not hurting a thing.
Yeah, that hurting nothing, but some people are just paranoid about.
You know, it probably is where they're from too.
Yeah, and they don't realize that when they live on the beach, no government, because the same thing in Jamaica, you have hotels came in and they bought the property along the beach and they tried to restrict one. The government said no. Wherever you go in the world, any waterway, beaches, there's a certain amount of setback
Sure.
that is for the public. Nobody can restrict it. In what we call it, we use a word in German, we call the people have an inalienable right
Sure.
to use it. Okay, that right cannot be taken away. Okay, and it's fundamental and it's universal. Okay, so people need to.
In Hawaii,
Yeah,
if you're not native,
yeah,
you can't own any land.
Yeah.
You do land lease.
yeah.
So you can build your house on but you don't own the land.
Yeah.
You lease the land
Right.
forever.
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 Yeah,
Because
yeah,
if
yeah.
you're not
Yeah,
if you're not native, you
Yeah.
don't get to own it.
yeah.
That's scary.
Yeah. But at least here you own the land.
Yeah, down here we love it a
Yeah,
lot.
okay. So they don't realize that in other places there are even more draconian laws, you know.
Yes. Yes,
Compared to what we have.
Folks, and they only get to use it on Sunday.
Yeah.
Saturday night and Sunday. We can stay home on Saturday night and Sunday.
Yeah, okay. And so I think the plan, okay, the other thing that we need to talk about assigning delinquency list, okay, so you have
I
that.
have that.
And then the thing that we need to discuss now, we have to look at when we're gonna set up the General Assembly meeting,
Okay.
okay? So that is something we have to think about and communicate among our fellow board members, and we come up with a date. And then because once we publish that, that's it. But we have to make sure we have everything ready
Yeah.
so
yeah.
that when we have that meeting, we can be prepared, okay?
Yeah.
And be scrambling
Do you
furniture.
think we could have it in Los Olas? We really don't have, my house isn't big enough, your house isn't big enough. We had it at Debbie's last year, if you remember.
Yeah,
But we had what? How many people were there? 15, maybe 20? I
Yeah.
think we well attended,
well,
we better attended.
yeah, you were thinking about doing it remote, but that is such an important stuff that, because with this setup, you can do remote vote, because
Sure.
we talked to Mark.
We can still do that too.
Right, because we talked to Martin, you can vote remotely, and what we're using the Zoom, that's official, that's legal,
Okay,
okay? So if you attend the Zoom meeting, you can participate, you can vote it just like we are in person. So we have that option, so we either look at a venue, or if not, we'll use this venue. Because when you're on the beach, you're gonna have more than a couple of people want to attend physically.
sure,
Okay.
sure.
So we have to prepare for that, and we know this office is not big enough, okay? So I think the best way we should plan that is to have it at some venue. I don't know if I want to have it at Las Olas, because we are.
I know, it's really,
No, it's counter, because the thing is, we are in a legal battle with one,
I know,
okay?
I know.
And
Are
we
you still
cannot-
playing tennis there?
Yeah, I still play tennis because I separate the personal thing from the HOA stuff, okay? But when we're gonna conduct HOA business,
Sure.
okay? Sure, an individual can go down there, have dinner, whatever it is, because it's you and one, okay? Me and one, okay? But the bottom line is that,
Is that yours?
yeah. What the bottom line is, how do I put this paper method? Because one of the things what I'm doing, when I'm in a meeting, I don't let it disrupt by phone. I think it's bad, okay?
It happens.
Yeah, what I know is the talk, for me, I like to focus. I'm in a meeting, I don't want anything to distract it.
So we could do Zoom plus a site.
Yeah, plus a
and,
site. So we have to come up with a site that we're gonna use because we know people are gonna wanna attend it physically. And then who cannot attend it physically, you can do the Zoom.
We could ask. Dawn, if we could use the Fonda after they're closed.
Okay,
They only do through lunch.
who is done?
Who lives over here? He owns the Turple and the restaurant.
Okay, oh, yeah, okay, okay. Okay, so whatever you can do, because I don't have a relationship with him, so it's up to us to come up with a venue. You know, to what way we're gonna have the meeting,
Well, you want me to get him a bottle of Shabbos Regal?
yeah.
Bring it in for,
Yeah.
and it's a duty free store, so maybe I can. get it.
Yeah, well, okay, we will, yeah,
See what time they close.
yeah,
Right, and see if we could rent it.
yeah,
I mean, it's offsite, they got parking,
yeah.
right? People could go into they can fill up their cars while they're there, and go into the tienda and
Yeah.
get some licorice or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I know some people are gonna object to that, but no matter what you do, listen, there's
Here's
nothing,
what we can do,
yeah, here's what we can do, if not. you
and
do
they've
the
got a
Zoom.
big screen TV.
Right. And if not, you do the Zoom or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so those are.
Okay, so I'll look for some
Okay.
slides.
So that's where we are, so
Okay.
with that, I think we can. Call this meeting, it's now 12:05. Which is pretty good, we did it within the hour, within the hour,
It's fine, by the way.
yeah.
The only thing is, it looks like 25.
Oh, the same look.
It's the same,
Okay.
you just changed one letter,
Okay.
maybe with a different background, you can.
Well, then they could change the color scheme then. in that
Yeah,
case, so-
Cause it's 25 versus
Yeah.
26.
So when they look, the guy can see it's a whole different color scheme, and we're gonna have to give him one. So Eric, okay, now, let me tell you about what after we turn that off, okay, so. Not the HOA as a legal right to restrict people who are not current on their maintenance fee. And whatever we do, Amy, we do not use the word dues,
It's maintenance fees, we've said that all
Yeah.
along, yeah.
okay? Whether or not we can restrict them, and the law in Panama says, yes, you can restrict anybody except the owner. So, if the owner or somebody who is not current building a house or anybody coming to them, number one, what we're gonna do is take away their remote access. Okay, so we need to vote on this as a board, because that was part of what we want to do, because we have to send a message that we mean business, okay? And that's what he was jumping up about, so we have the legal right to restrict, so for example. Angela, who doesn't pay her dues, okay? We can stop all the delivery. If she want them to come in, she have to come escort them and take them down.
Okay, so let me make sure I understand, so the owner, we cannot restrict their access.
Right,
We can restrict workers,
workers,
renters,
guests,
guests,
anybody other than the owner, him or herself. Okay,
I don't disagree, I don't think this is the guy to do it.
yeah. Yeah. Need somebody who speaks English and what if you want more assertive.
Yes.
So we'll have to work with the security company to give us somebody. Once we implement it, because you're gonna have a lot of, pushback. And he wanted to start doing it on Monday, wanted to post it on the website. He said, no.
It's been going on for years, a couple days while we work through it, isn't gonna take any more time.
Yeah, so I said, why you want, Monday, you wanna put it out on Monday, and he doesn't wanna wait, because it takes too long.
Take a breath.
Yeah,
Long Beach time.
okay.
Well, I'm thinking too, okay, let's think through that, so. We're. Gated, right?
Yeah.
With the guy for 12 hours. Monday through Saturday. Sunday. So. After 6 PM, they would either use, the owner could use. Their fob or the remote access.
No,
with the phone.
no, we're taking away because the remote, he doesn't have to come down to the gate. No, we cut the remote access from the phone. The only thing the owner will have is a fob.
Okay, so no gate to open,
Right,
no phone access,
No.
just their fob
that's a fob,
to get in and out.
right,
Them, to get
Period.
in and out,
right.
unless they accompany the person.
Unless, if they come down and come get the person, then we can't stop them.
Okay,
They have to come down, put the person in the car, or get in the truck and said, okay, you can, follow me, etc. That's the only way, okay? The owner himself or herself,
so how many of these do we have? How many people? So,
well, look at the list, you'll see all the folks who are, because
cause I'm thinking, who,
so one of the things we have to identify here, the people who live on the beach who are doing stuff, because that is something we have to work out a list. Can't just say, delinquent, etc. Yes, we have that. But I think because we need to give the guy at the gate a list of our names, these folks, they don't let them in, okay?
and we have to give them a
Now-
card or something about what they need to do to
Yeah.
correct it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, just telling them no is one thing.
Yeah.
How do I fix it?
Fix what?
Well, so if I go up there and I turn it, I can't access via the phone. I have to use my fob. I go in, I could go out.
Right,
If you want, right, to me, let's say I haven't done it. The gate attendant needs to be able to say, here's who you contact, or here's what they need to do. What are the next steps
right.
to correct it, so this could be corrected?
Right, okay, well, the contact, the manager.
yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's simple, okay? You have to go see so this is something that really needs to be worked out properly.
Yes, you gotta
Because-
work it through in a
Work it-
variety of ways.
A couple of ways so that, and put the necessary steps in place, you cannot just put it out there, because if not, you have a showdown out there, okay? You have to have the right security person out at the gate. You have to have the right protocols put in place and what have you. We have to tell them that, what Martin suggests, that we notify them. Send out a notice that effective such and such a date. If you're delinquent, this is what will happen. Okay? And so Martin think as a matter of courtesy, that was his suggestion. Send them a notice, let them
At
know.
least,
Right, yeah,
that's it, cause it is our neighbors, we gotta get this.
yeah.
So here's the other thing we can do. Since we're coming to the end of the year, we can make date effective. 30 days.
Yeah, the 30th, so we have a whole month to get prepared, get everything put in place.
To get him by on board, he needs to take a phone call
Yeah.
if somebody calls him.
Yeah,
Not that he has to run down here, but
Yeah.
he needs to be able to take a phone
Yeah.
call and explain to him what the deal is. And we gotta make sure everybody's, if they don't have a fob, they need to talk to Edwin.
yeah,
Cause I don't know how many extras he has. I don't
so
know.
we'll get them, print whatever we need
Yeah,
to do.
but I think those would make sure we got.
But
plenty
this
of
is a
everything.
system that needs to be worked out, so it doesn't get blown up. but-
Oh.
Yeah, okay.
People carry machetes around here.
So the thing is, we need, so this is why he wanna put it out there Monday.
No, he's.
So he's gonna shut it down,
Stop it.
put it to them Monday, gonna stop them from coming in from delivery. You have to notify, I think, Martin said, what we should do as a matter of courtesy, notify them, tell them effective such and such a date, this is what's gonna happen. And we make it happen in that list service, this is it, your remote access is gonna be, eliminated, okay? You can only access the premises by fiber, okay? And nobody that work for you, you're the only person who can access the property unless you physically escort them in and out.
I don't think that's unreasonable.
That's a.
Right, I mean, that's not crazy
Yeah.
unreasonable, just like, okay,
Yeah.
if you're not gonna pay, we're gonna, need some guide rails
Yeah,
around.
because listen, other than that, the people won't pay because why? Because I was reading one of the comment about one of the guys there was responding to what Cynthia Hector said about, possibly the eagle on the whole scene, and he's talking about why people don't pay because the HOA board doesn't function. I said, yeah, I was gonna respond, but he was so tempted to say, yeah, this is what parasites do. They come up with a reason not to pay. So that's a typical response of a parasite. And that's what I was gonna put, but I said,
Yeah, don't
no.
do that.
No, I said, listen, I don't leave that, because I read it, and I said, I should put the stuff on the president, yeah. Yeah, I see. I said, yeah, that's what parasites does. That's
Well, the
what
other
it
thing
is.
too with them,
Yeah,
I think we owe them $1,000 because they did pay. I think we didn't apply the $1,000 that they're supposed to get back,
oh,
Cindy and Hector.
but the $1,000 that is supposed to come up is that here, and this is what I said to Jacob, he came because we had that whole issue. They were building him before he had CFO because if the house is, because what is supposed to happen, okay? The legal occupancy of a house in this development, the HOA manager, anything new, whatever's gone, that's gone. But anything new, you have to bring me a copy of the CFO before you can move in. Because we have a duty, okay? So you're building a house, okay? So after, because Jacob issue was this, I don't move into the house. Yes, the house is there, I can't move into it, I don't have CFO, I don't have power. You can't build me 840, you still have to build me for the lot.
720, yeah.
And I agree. So the protocol is, so I said to Jacob, okay, that's why he came into the field. I said, okay, once you get your power and you get a CFO, then because he wanted us he was asking for two things. He was saying that, and then he was saying, well, I want you to take my deposit and apply it to the money. So, I said, no, we cannot apply. That cannot be applied until when you bring a CFO to the office. That's when the HOA is obligated to return that money to you. And at that time, if you instruct the
To apply,
HOA
yeah.
to apply, then we can apply.
So
Okay?
the question is, do Cindy and Hector have a CFO?
Right, that's the question, okay? So that's where we are with that situation, but they're living in it, we know. So the other thing again, not only that, I think one or two things. In their case, I would make an exception to the CFO because they're living in the house. Okay?
And they have been
Right,
for
so yeah,
4 months.
for months, okay? So once you live into the house, it's reason to assume that you have your CFO. Okay, and you're gonna be charged $840 and $720, okay? So the thing is, but for him to do that, he has to say, okay, come down to the office and say, okay, here's my CFO. I need
Apply your $1,000 for me.
take here my $1,000, you return it to me, but I'm giving you permission, it have to be in writing. Okay? Send it to an email or a letter saying, okay, this $1,000 of my construction deposit, please use that to apply to the fees that I owe and then return the difference. Because of the $1,000.
Right, or apply for next year.
Or apply to the next, but
Debit
you need
for
it
next
right, so you have to start doing things the right way because this, I didn't say that, I don't have to remember, no, we need it in writing because that's why we set up these files. Because I said to Edwin, you get the stuff in writing and you file it. So that we have a reason, because if there's a lawsuit or whatever it is, it all comes down to prove it. Where's the document?
Always.
Okay?
Always.
So we can't wait until when we have to operate as if there is. And get prepared and do things in a way so that if there's a lawsuit, we have all our documentation, the whole scene and what have you, okay? That's how we have to do it. Okay, so he can't say to apply it unless he brings up this.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Right.
Great. You do want to for trail. Yeah, I
Okay.
get that.
Because other than that, then it's all over the place. So you have to have a system in place. So what we have done, Amy, I lift my hat to Ray. We have done a lot that we've accomplished at this board, in my opinion, because before, for years, we didn't have an office like that. They was working out of Kathy's house,
Yeah.
out of Bobby's house, or
Yeah.
whatever it is.
Yeah.
The manager was not involved in managing, do what he's supposed to do. We have now built up this storage over here so that we have a place we can store the equipment, etc., etc. So we have done a whole lot for us, but it's just his whole attitude about how he goes about, administering the process is wrong, okay? So we have,
Well, it's my way or the highway. He
Yeah.
doesn't know how to work in a group setting and
Yeah.
work with people. You gotta work with folks.
yeah,
And, yeah, so now,
but,
we are accepting his resignation.
yeah, definitely.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, cause I
Yeah.
wouldn't, I'm
No.
trying to get him not to talk to you about it.
I don't play, I don't go back and forth.
Okay, okay, so as long as you're not. in agreement.
Once I'm making a decision, that's it, I don't go back
Okay.
and forth, okay?
Okay, I'm good with that, I'm
Okay.
good with that, I think that's
Okay.
not reasonable to have a conversation like that and become personal.
Yeah, and then walk out on the horse, you know what?
That's fine, I was gonna tell him you need to leave anyhow,
Yeah,
because it's okay
yeah,
distance, just so you know.
Yes,
It's fine, I'll do this, so I'll work on all this stuff, I'll send it to you this afternoon.
because he was the one who handled the thing with the rules with the office out there, we got kicked up because the way in which he handled it.
That, to me, that was an unforced error, he did that,
Yeah.
it was his fault.
Okay, because it's ways to do things, because all he had to do is start taking things out, throwing them out and whatever, and all kind of stuff and whatever and the people them get upset, okay? You have to work with people to get the result, you can't,
At the end of the day,
Yeah.
I always think about, this is in Panama, it may not be what you have in your bank account.
Yeah.
You can be rich in land,
yeah.
and the Aruzas have been rich in
Yeah,
land,
yeah.
right?
I
And
have a lot of
the
contact.
family is here,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
We
yeah.
can't forget that the family is here.
Yeah.
Now, Eduardo gets to the bottle in the afternoon.
Yeah, forget. Hey, I love this,
He does.
right,
And bless his heart, you can tell when it happens.
yeah,
I'm like, dude, okay, well,
Yeah.
Eduardo's been into the booze already,
Yeah.
so, but they do live here and they live amongst us, and
yeah.
for Juan, for all of his craziness, it's his family pride.
Yeah, that's why I don't, because what I said to them, and I met with Claudia, because that's why I take the approach, so that's why Juan and I, we talk, he knows exactly where I'm standing, I said, like, when we're gonna build this year. Claudia sending wrong information that we built without them, no, I said, no, Juan, I let Claude, because he was in the States undergoing an operation, I said, Juan, I sent, Claudia email, mapping out the site, Claudia, go up there and take a look at it, okay? Look at it, get back to me and let me know if it's okay, never hear anything, I said, Juan, we need a place to operate. He said, well, if that's happened, then you guys are good with me, okay? So Juan is a guy you have to know how to work one to get what you want.
I don't
You
think
can't
it's respectful.
you can't be pushing him on whatever you and I do. No, Juan is a funny guy, he likes to fight. Okay? So there's a way you can't fight because you fight it to the end. Okay, they agree. Okay, because he said, listen, I'm gonna transfer the common area, but it's gonna take time. But all they're doing is lip service, because I know unless Miviat comes in and order him to do it, it's not gonna happen. Okay, so I come, and when I hired Martin, I went down with them and I let them know exactly. I hired Martin. Do you know Martin? And they had concur with Martin. Was a good guy. They know him. He's a good attorney, because part of so I don't do anything without letting them know what I'm doing and what we do. Okay.
So let me ask a philosophical question.
Okay.
Okay, so let's say this development was in Florida.
Yeah.
In Florida, if a developer hasn't turned over the HOA and it's not done, right? Common area is not done, the development's not done. He doesn't pay HOA dues. Why are we making Juan pay dues?
No, because here's what happened. Okay, and there are two answers to that question. Number one, when he draft up the rules they use. The rules they use governs what happening to the development. What
Right.
does the rules they use says?
Right?
Everyone who owns lot in here pays the fair share.
So we should put a comma, except the developer when it's done.
Right, okay.
So,
Whoever draft this stuff for him
yeah,
wasn't smart, okay?
yeah, okay.
Okay, So it's in there, everybody have to abide by it, and now you can't go back and amend it because the people won't agree for that exception. Not only that, the courts have now said, the developer, no
Yes.
exception, everybody has to pay their fair share.
Yes,
That
yes.
is what the court is coming down.
Yeah,
and
the
saying.
court already did, and he
But when-
already owes him $1 million bucks.
Yeah, so
for the
when
marina
he
fence.
did it, when he put the rules of use together, they should have put an exception in, except for.
Developer until it's done.
Okay, until it's out, okay, so it's his own doing,
Yeah.
so you can't blame anybody and then come back and say, oh, you have to buy your, see that rules of use, that's what's governed, that's why he tried to change it
The
later.
rules are used again.
But he can't, because once you sell one lot to any person, you don't longer control that development, you have to go back to everybody who owns. Because you represented to them, you are not a part owner in the development. You own a piece of the common area from here to Timbuktu, a pro rata share, okay? And then it changed to that, you have to have unanimous agreement, okay? And that's why one of the things he had to not that he transfer into this HOA one, we're gonna get it set aside, but we decided to fight the battle this way, get the common area transferred, get the collection money so that we have money to go fight, okay? And we're gonna fight him on that because we know we will prevail.
Well, and you know he's gonna do more down there
Yeah.
at some point.
I'll tell
I
you.
don't know if the kids will.
Yeah.
One is, how old is he?
Almost
70?
Yeah, it's 70 something, what about it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
cause the kids aren't coming back.
no, the kids, from what I heard from on the line, the kid that down there gonna be sold.
They're gonna sell it,
Yeah.
right? They're New York.
Yeah,
They're not Panamanian.
they're no, they're not, they're US.
They're US, okay,
Yeah.
okay, they're US,
No, they're
right? And
Missouri,
they're coming back.
They're not coming back from what I understand.
They're not coming back.
Right.
So, yes, that would happen. The kids aren't gonna, they don't have.
They're
the
gonna sell it.
interest. They're gonna sell it.
Uh,
They're gonna sell. I hope they do.
Yeah.
Somebody,
Yeah.
when Port Baru comes in.
Yeah.
That's a game changer down here.
Yeah.
Did you notice in the airport how many ads for Port Baru in Tucumán?
yeah.
Big billboards, right, flashing, yes now,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Oh my God,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
And they're gonna put a marina over in Puerto Hermanos.
Yeah,
If they put a marina over there, this place is gonna be jumping, and with the road.
yeah, but.
I'm thrilled
Yeah,
with
but
the road.
in the road, that was, that's.
Every time I go by, right?
On this, I lift my hat to the civil engineer. Amy, they know how to build road, because I was wondering how the hell they're gonna do it, we're gonna have to go all over town or whatever.
Yeah.
But these guys can build roads.
Yes, they
I
can,
lift
can't
my
they?
hat, I lift my hat to them, these guys are great civil engineers, they know how to build roads.
And the way they done that
Yeah,
bridge,
yeah.
oh man,
Yeah.
oh man, I go by, that be, wait.
Yeah, I would say, hey man, I mean, what is this, you know,
Yeah,
you're doing it.
gracias,
Yeah,
gracias. I got that, but the other day we're driving to town, Ross starts going like this down the road.
Yeah.
Because for old time's sake. And I said, oh, okay, that's good, so yeah, it's good, I'm thrilled.
yeah.
I Michael Necrasa, who lives next door to me,
Yeah.
sent me an email this morning.
Michael, I know pretty good. We know Michael because we used to talk he's from New York.
He is from New,
Yeah.
he's from New York, and he has a house in New Jersey, and
Yeah.
Michael and I are,
No, he's a good guy.
he is a good guy.
You ask him, he knows us because he used to come down initially to fish.
He still does, that's what he
Okay,
comes down
That's
for.
where he found the guy who owned the fishing lodge, we knew him. And that's the guy who built this house, we were gonna use to build our house, that's how we met.
Okay.
We're using the same architect.
Yeah.
Okay, and when we go up to the fishing lodge, we used to go up to the fishing lodge, we used to sit down and eat fish and talk, and he tells us about, so we knew him long before he built the house, the whole
Yeah,
team with the
so-
plots come together.
But again, this morning he sent me an email and said, happy Thanksgiving, I'll be down June 7th.
No,
And I said, Michael, you will not know the place,
no.
right? You'll be able to leave the airport and you'll drive right here, you will not even know where you are. You'll be here in 20 minutes,
Yeah.
it'll be something, and
Yeah.
it's by the time he gets here, it'll be done.
Yeah,
Because he always tells me, if I wanna ship something, send it to him,
Yeah.
cause he
that's
has
talking company.
the done right business.
Yeah,
And he sends me all the time pictures of them in Manhattan. He does a lot of artwork installation for people in high rises, so his company has crane work.
yeah, crane.
And it puts, he should,
Yeah.
bringing, baby grand pianos
Oh,
in somebody's
oh,
window.
yeah.
But yeah, but he sent me a note this morning, so I sent him a picture. And I said, there's no volcano this morning because it was all cloudy. I said, rainy season has not been bad down here. I'll see you in January.
Yeah, you tell Mike if I talk about Lord, he knows because we are good, because he come down, we used to stop by.
Yeah,
And he was supposed to come by the house, but when Mike come, he doesn't visit anybody.
he doesn't. He
No,
doesn't.
he just stay there and he get back out, okay?
And he
yeah,
leaves at
it's-
0:30 and then he comes back in the afternoon and drops these huge amounts of fish on my house.
Yeah.
Let's get read this.
Yeah,
Gave me the best Corvina I think I've ever had in my life.
yeah,
So he made the fish, I made the garnish,
yeah.
right? So, but he just brought his kids down for the first time this year.
For the, okay.
His eldest son and his daughter is in Houston now.
His wife doesn't wanna come down here.
She does,
No,
yeah.
no, she not come.
She has her own life, and it doesn't include this. It doesn't include
Right there,
this.
yeah, she not come.
She's not coming.
She not come. So we know that somewhere.
We all know how that works.
Yeah,
You have to
Yeah.
wanna be here.
yeah.
So, yeah, but she sent me a note this morning, like, happy Thanksgiving to you and Ross. Yes,
So,
and I,
because the one day, who down here, Michael's relationship, because he comes and he disappears. You know, and sometimes we stop by and he said, come by, come have a drink, but we never had the time or whatever it is. you know.
yeah, and like I said, we get out, and we even discussed, as we were doing plannings on our house, I said, Mike, I won't do anything to block your view of the sunset.
Yeah.
Right, cause I'm a good neighbor.
Yeah.
Right, and he didn't get to, I can do it any day.
Yeah.
When I'm down here,
Yeah,
he only gets 2 weeks a year,
yeah, yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
I can go anytime, but
Yeah.
he was anyhow, I heard from him this morning.
Yeah.
Cause he always kids, cause, you know, Ross sits out in the front yard and picks weeds out of, cause the gravel, Mike calls it Italian grass. That we all have Italian grass down here, but yeah, that's a good name for it.
Yeah.
So he's a good guy, cause somebody goes, oh, you but your house is next to him, like, first of all, I never see him. I have access to his house, I use his rancho, I use his clothesline, I had it this morning.
Yeah.
It's like having two houses.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, it's okay, it's no big
You
deal.
know, he's a good guy.
And Mike's a good
Because-
guy.
because we know Mike personally, you
Yeah,
know, because we had
Mike's a good guy.
had a lot of dialogue with him.
Yeah,
Met with him, we spent days together up on the fishing resort because. and the
yeah, I'm
guy-
not
yeah,
a fisherman, so I
Yeah,
don't know.
not me, I don't, well, I like fish, but. The
I like to eat
fishing,
it.
as a matter of fact, really invite me to fish and the fishing, I'm going to marlin fishing on the December.
Are you, are you?
Yeah.
Okay, here's the 120, you gonna take it? Give it to
Yeah,
Ed?
yeah, I'll give it to Edwin on,
For Jacob Martin,
okay.
yeah, and then,
That's
does he have keys to this building?
yes.
We need to get the keys.
Yeah, so we don't start
Keys.
on the key. On all of these, because the other thing again that he was doing here. Okay, we spent money to get these letterheads. Printed,
Yeah,
and they're using them as scratch paper.
I know.
I told him this one, I said, Ray, those are not scratch paper, because we spent money to have them developed. These are for official notification, because whatever we do, we put it in writing. And those are supposed to be used, put away, not for scrap paper, because you see all of these here? All of this stuff
I
here,
saw that.
they're using for scrap, that we spend money to get the letter put, so they have no concept. Yeah. So, and then, that's why it was, you see on the budget there, it was talking about 18400. I said, the board not gonna agree to that, and you have Edwin. I said, it's either her or Edwin, who is the manager? But he's using her to do all kind of stuff. I said, fine. But we're not gonna put no 84, but that's what you see on the budget, that line item, I strike it, because I said, that's what he said he wanna pay her. I said, no, not from the, not like that,
$400
for the year.
not Panamanian money.
Yeah.
So I have the Google Access account, no, and Zoom, he's the only one with it. We need to.
Edwin has.
Edwin has everything,
Edwin has.
okay, so I'll,
We'll tell
Edwin's
Edwin.
not working today, right?
No, Edwin, but he's supposed to work because we're having the meeting.
Okay, so do we wanna tell him to make a different color background?
Yes. But you send him the, so right now, it's me and you in, because no,
I'm fine with that. I'm
because-
here now, so I can do stuff.
yeah, because
Fine,
nobody does not attend anything.
I know. On the other hand, that's okay too.
Yeah, that's all.
We're fine. We're fine. We and I'll come down and work with Edwin and sit here for a little.
Yeah, I work with Edwin, Marie, whatever, and then Marie's have that key, we need to get that from.
Yeah.
Yeah, so. It's no longer the board of design, and then if Marlies, if you want her to do some stuff, then you work with her. Okay?
Did you think Edwin has that and the?
And I know Ray has keys, but Edwin, because all these here, they're not me out there, just telling him, why you have these drawers, these letterheads and envelopes should be in a drawer. Not sit out here using a scratch paper. Okay? We spend a whole lot of money to get these things done. These are for official communication.
And there's a lot of money in here.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of money in here. Okay?
Yeah, well, I'll come out, I'll come down. Now, this is a good idea.
Yeah, we put it there because that, I said, listen, we need to get this put together. Okay, so when we walk in here, we see this is from what we do, we took the official approved development plan. So shrink it down and put it up here. So when you walk in here, you can see what the development is all about. Okay? Because before, you can only imagine, okay?
What are the red dots? Where's the key?
The red dot is supposed to have a key down here. This is what I'm saying, they do things and they don't follow through on, but that's Ray. Ray is like jumping all over the place, okay?
That's X, that's U. R, Q. Okay, Q9, Q8. Is Claudia or on?
Yeah, I think these not the ones.
Well, but what's the J's? Cause he has some J's, doesn't he?
But we have a list of the lots that they own.
K,
Q7, right, Q6.
Q6, there's
Right.
K6.
Yeah, that's anyone in the red, that's what the developer owns. But it's supposed to have a key to what it means. He owns 39 lots in the
There's not
development. There's some over here,
Oh, yeah, across.
okay, and then all of those there. So you only hold, other than up in Q, and this side of the fence, you only hold on, on our side, the beach side. He doesn't own a lot, I think he either own one or two, that's about it, so this one here, that's it. Because what happened, he sold those out.
This is the piece that the folks were fussing about,
Yeah, that's the piece.
which is fine, I didn't.
No, here,
No?
no, this is our common, here, wait, let me come over here. I'm the one who get this. This is the piece that people are fussing about.
Yeah,
Okay, that's it,
yeah,
this is it.
cause that's the,
Okay? Because this is the gate, this is our common area.
that's our common area,
Okay.
right?
This is these two sides when you come to
And
it.
so the restaurant, the Rose is right here.
Yeah, the restaurant are in here. Okay, these are what, these are what this whole piece is all about.
Like I said, it was hard, I didn't know he did that, so,
Okay.
and
That was this is what was approved by the Ministry of Housing for this development.
yeah,
And that's why we put it on the board here.
there it
So
is.
so there it is.
There it is.
Okay,
Here's what everybody, and there's all the stamps that you could ever want on
Yeah.
anything.
and everything, okay, so this is what was approved. Okay, and the rules of use that was developed in 2008, which I told Juan and Claudia. That's the only rules of use we abide by. You can take the other one and you know what you want to do with it, okay? Because I said to Claudia, Claudia, as an attorney, you should know what the rules are. You can't develop a new set of rules. I said, did you get approved from the General Assembly or whatever it is? No, but we send them letter and they didn't respond, so we do it. So, well, if you didn't get any response, you can't do it, okay? So I said, no. I said, the only rules they use the HOA follows is the 2008. And that's what we recommend.
Right, I took the other ones off the website.
Yeah, you take it out.
They're good. Okay, well, thanks, sir. I'll work on this later on today.
Oh, let me get my key. I have to go off my house to get the key. Because he was here and I normally don't come with the key. Amy, you may have to stay here. Let me run up to my house and get the key.
Okay. I'll be right
Because I can't leave it,
unlocked. There's too much stuff in here.
yeah. Thousands of dollars I need.
Yeah,
Really great job of set this stuff up, but you have to work with the group, you know, you can't be,
yeah, don't worry about him.
serve this purpose, that's it.
But I will.
I forget my bag, where is it? Key, okay, it's in my car.
There's a key on the desk.
This is my bus, you know, because this is all the HOA stuff, toward these here,